Am I alive? Nice. So today's plan was to... Oh my god, what is happening with this game now? What was there? And they are saying that Genshin is optimized. Anyway, today's plan is to catch up with a story quest in Genshin. I wanted to do the new ZZ story quest, but apparently it's locked behind like 3 other main stories. Usually you can just start the new quest right off the bat, but not in this case. Not exactly sure why, but I'm just gonna do the ZZ stories offline, and then when I catch up to the new Eridu story quest, we are gonna do it on stream and see what exactly is that got people to be excited about and say that the ZZ story quest department is back. But today we're gonna catch up with the Luna acts, because I am behind badly. I'm at Act 3 right now, and we need to get ready for the next patch and for Snezhnaya. So without more things, let's just go. Let's get started.
Any leads?
Nope. Diddly squat. No clues to where he might be hiding. It's like It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. Oh, I hate this feeling. I'd rather face him head on than be left hanging like this.
So, you guys didn't find anything either?
Not loving the word either. How about you, Flints?
I questioned a few Ratniki and eventually narrowed my investigation down to one suspicious individual. But by the time I got to his place, he was already gone. Almost
so not
as if he knew someone was on to him. Either that, or he's just extremely cautious and doesn't stay in one place for long.
He's been biding his time for a while now. The question is, where or what is his next target?
No idea. Since regaining his body, he seems to have lost all interest in the fragment in my possession. If he did still want it, he's had plenty of chances to take it.
All we can do now is hope that I know and Anefa turn up some
Okay, so it looks like my camera is broken
Darn it,
again.
Reverie.
Oh,
If you've got the guts, come face me one-on-one!
damn. Just a second. I need to fix this. Like, god damn, what's with this broken camera? I think it's that lag that did it in. I don't know what's happening. Usually there are no issues when streaming Genshin. What the freak happened? How the tables have turned, huh? I had no issues streaming Wuthering Waves, and now I have issues streaming Genshin.
He's actually here? I didn't mean it! I swear!
No, it's coming from Silver Moon Hall. The Lady Kutar might be in danger.
Let's get over there, quick!
I already saw Columbina's trailer, so that counts for some kind of spoiler, right? Oh, Rerir versus Columbina. What is the traveler doing? Go and catch her. This is why Wuthering Waves has the better protag. If this was Rover, he would have taken the chance to
Stop him.
Be in. Also, yeah, Hoda is the best thing that happened to this game. The expressivity she has is completely unlike Genshin.
On it.
Bro, this guy, ooh.
Feeble light has gotten you.
The Lauma bindings are questionable.
The darkness. Kalindis. Soon, I will find a way.
Watch out!
Did he just use a Zero? Damn. Okay, we are aura farming here too then. Just join the espada at this point.
Find them. Even if it means turning this place to ashes.
Isn't it funny that the region that is not even a nation, right? Notkra is just a city. But this city is the one that faced the most calamities out of every other area in Teyvat. They just want this place gone, bro.
That was too close.
We barely made it out of there alive. What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy strong?
Well, you see, 100 push-ups, running 100 miles per day, then 100 lifts, and be bold. Well, he's not bold. That's why he's gonna lose.
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by conventional standards.
I have a question. When me and Anetha showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead. What was that all about? We weren't there for the whole thing either. They were already duking.
Yeah, we didn't see how it all started. It all escalated so quickly.
Kutar, can you shed any light on the situation?
Kutar. Cross-checking database. I see. So you're the one that the Frost Moon Scions refer to as the Moon Goddess?
Wait, she's the moon goddess? Oh, no wonder she looks just like all those statues.
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon, and just as many why they might despise it.
I can't believe that they did not recognize him right off the bat, her right off the bat. It's not like she has a common appearance, right? The stage is not like it. You can see it on every street. Somebody looking like her.
I've never met that person before, but there was no mistaking his deep-seated hostility towards me. Why he holds me in such contempt, I cannot say. But since he hunts the power of the moon, it's no surprise that I am a target.
Kutar.
There are many potential motives. For instance, you help the traveler escape his grasp. It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you and seeks to take it for his own. But right now, devising a counter-strategy should be our #1 priority.
A counter strategy? But we don't stand a chance against an enemy like this. Surely our only option is to run. He's not gonna chase us to the end of the world, right? So as long as we can sneak out of Nodcry undetected.
Yahoda is already thinking of jumping the ship. And you know what? Respect. This is the kind of thinking that I'm expecting from other characters. Just be realistic. Why fight? Just run.
No, I can't say that. Come on, Yehoda. This is serious stuff. You
Respect
can't
lost.
suggest we all just chicken out.
Running is our only option.
Oh, respect gained for Columbina.
Huh?
You seem surprised. But what other choice do we have? We are facing an enemy we cannot possibly defeat in battle.
You lost points for this, Yahoda.
Well, I mean, yeah, but still.
It's not too late. I can distract him, so you'll have plenty of time to make your escape.
Wait, what? You're gonna act as bait?
Doesn't that make sense? I'm the one he's after. There's no need for you to risk your necks on my behalf. A coyote doesn't stop for bypassers while it's howling at the moon.
What the... doesn't? I mean, if it's hungry...
What is it, Loma? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess. My presence here is no longer essential, and this is not my home.
Traveler,
So you
say
just asked me to
something.
stay.
We can't just roll over and let him get away with this. That's not our style.
Yeah. We can't just call it quits after everything we've been through together. Besides, she pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive myself.
I wonder if Columbina is able to see the inner world of Yahoda. She's a goddess, right? I think it will entertain her to no end.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now. To talk of returning the favor would be a little crass for my liking. But suffice to say that we are friends.
River's true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar, there's no guarantee he would stop.
But
Kutar, I know why you left the Frost Moon Scions so long ago. It was because people started treating prayer as a form of trade. They would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings in return, and then expect you to perform miracles for them, as if that were their entitlement.
I expect that to happen in real life too, if there was ever somebody capable of granting
If it
wishes.
were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change everything, and that sometimes it takes losing something precious to appreciate its true worth.
The lip sync is so bad though. What the heck?
After much reflection, I've realized that this was never about whether the Frost Moon Scions need you. Any relationship based on need is purely transactional. What I truly hope is that you'll choose to stay, not out of obligation, but as part of our family. You were born here, and now you've returned. Who knows? Perhaps it was the moonlight that guided you home.
Isn't she the moonlight?
thank you, Loma. But my power is on the wane. I'm afraid I will be of little use to you now. Very well then. I'll do as you say.
Both times you saved us, we were transported across great distances in an instant. Is that one of your powers as the moon goddess?
It is, but I find it very draining. I barely managed to pull it off just now, and it will be some time before I'm strong enough to do so again. Rejected by the world, my power is dwindling. Like a lake, cut off from its source, slowly shrinking away. Now, it has almost run dry.
What do you mean, rejected by the world?
The 3 moons belonged to the ancient bygone era in which they came into being. From the moment I was born, the world itself has been steadily sapping away at my strength. The 3 moons are not one and the same. As the goddess of the Frost Moon,
Unless she becomes the goddess of
I
all
cannot wield the
three.
powers of the other 2. Yet moonlight has a way of blending together. Each can reflect the other's glow. So when our fingers touched, I was able to restore my strength by drawing Kuvaki from the eternal moon's marrow. But this method of recovery is painfully slow. If only we could find the...
It's the Wild Hunt!
Even faster than we expected. We'll have to finish this conversation later.
See how those wild hunt creatures are running away from us. They're likely just a scouting party.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get the
I mean,
heck out
isn't
of
he
here.
connected directly with the wild hunt, like seeing through their eyes? Do they really need to run after finding them? Oh, they straight up give you the team. What is happening with Genshin today? I don't understand. Why is it so laggy? What the freak is happening?
Ultimatum protocol.
You want this? Bring down the thunder bomb! They just keep coming! This is
What's it?
driving me nuts!
The rear's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
Trying to lower the graphics? What is
Too
this?
many of them! And this time, we can't fall back on Katar's house to escape. This goes on much longer.
Where are the Radnikis?
Frostmoon of old.
What is this? Oh my god. Okay, we need to restart Genshin after this and hopefully that fixes it. Like, what is... Also, I think we are doing pretty fine. This is a meta team, okay?
Annihilation mode.
There are too many particles on the screen.
You want this? Look, a rainbow!
Be silent. Close your eyes.
Now it's fine. I think there were just too many.
Be silent. Night falls.
Doesn't that look like Deluxe Claymore? Oh, Varka! It is Wolf's Gravestone. So it belonged to him all along.
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
How are you, Uncle Varka? You're back from Amsvartnir? Whoa! You're Varka? Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius?
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole. Follow me. I know.
Oh, is that where I think it is?
That's the one. Come on, move! There's no time to waste.
Are they tipping us? Yes, there.
Wow! Where are we? This is so well hidden.
This is where the Monster Knights hide their wine.
Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Nodcry, and a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network, aka the Black Market of Intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's the place to buy and sell information. Their headquarters are in Nodcry, but they've got contacts in every nation. As an expeditionary force on foreign soil, working with them has offered us the most effective way of getting our hands on reliable local
Is she
intel.
talking about Nefer?
This is where we meet. Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nodcry should be pretty familiar with me by now. But I believe this is the first time we've met. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
I guess that's why he is wielding the Wolf's Gravestone.
We've heard all about you. This meeting's been a long time coming. You look way younger than Paimon expected. But you definitely have that Grand Master vibe.
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Just not showing my age yet. Definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though. Rushed back from Amsvartnir without a wink of sleep, only to get right into another fight with that freshly revived maniac.
Another? You mean you fought him before?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some of the knights along to give him a little surprise, but he saw us coming from a mile off. My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But
Well,
still,
he's now stronger
it wasn't
than
enough to
ever.
stop him. I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any trained operative. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the Wild Hunt.
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvaki these past few days?
I mean, I
because he
don't.
sees you as a threat.
Didn't Varka and the knights together barely managed to stop him, and he was almost dead, and now Rary is just stronger.
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering power. He's clearly working up towards something.
I mean, do you really need a goal to just gather power? I feel like power for the sake of power is also an argument.
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what exactly has been happening in Nodcry? Why is the wild hunt returning
Well, you see,
humanoid form?
we are doomed.
And why is it after you?
That's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Is Aino one of the
Wow,
witches
I had no
that
idea
is gonna
so
play
much
with
had happened.
Lee in the next event?
Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this wild hunt activity in Nodcry is the work of the Raker of Solnari, one of the 5 sinners. Oh, that's a lot to take in. Need some time to wrap my head around it all.
I'm truly sorry, Mr. Varka. You stood with us against the Wild Hunt and did everything you could to stop it from escalating into a full-blown catastrophe. And then, the one
You
time
incompetent.
away, it all comes to a head and all your hard work gets undone.
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just life. No one knows what tomorrow holds. You can't predict which way the wind will blow next. And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say I'm surprised. For all the times we've defeated the Wild Hunt in the past, we've never been able to completely wipe it out. Turns out,
You know,
we were
just
delaying
imagine,
the
in some
inevitable.
alternate reality, the traveler failed to save Dvalin, Mondstadt was destroyed, and then Varka, while fighting the Wild Hunt, found out that he's a permanent resident of Nodcry
But
from now on.
that a new variable has come into play, fate may well take a different course.
A new variable? You mean us?
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely bad thing. The Wild Hunt is like an unrelenting force of nature, but Rerir is an individual with an agenda. He's gotta have a weak spot somewhere. That said, while Aino was explaining everything just now, some of the points that Mr. Flint's added caught my
The
attention.
next version is gonna be Luna 6, isn't it? So we're in Luna 3 now. We're gonna finish today Luna 3, maybe 4
You
if
mean
we
about
have
our
time.
mystery alley?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, they also shielded Hisi Island from a lethal Kuvaki blast. I don't know who or what could pull something like that off. Heck, even Miss Columbina doesn't have a clue.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their title?
Our mystery ally.
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log, a Nodcryan Ratnik's Field Journal, and Kuvaki Survey Log.
Oh. No. Still doesn't ring a bell.
Another dead end. Guess all we can do now is hope that our mystery ally keeps showing up when we
Who
most
could it
need
be?
them.
Alice and Nicole, probably, maybe.
Still,
But I
it's
feel like
safest to
Varka will
assume they
know
won't be
about them.
intervening again. From here on out, we'll have to resolve this crisis by ourselves.
Tandrone?
Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to Amsvartnir was because we'd had reports about a possible source of the Wild Hunt showing up
Where is
there.
Amsvartnir? Genshin Amsvartnir. Oh, okay, near the... it's an area that we unlock.
But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I don't know who was behind it, but clearly, it served its
It
purpose.
has a Norse feeling.
I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds like his scheming began well before his return. So maybe luring me away was all a part of his plan. But is it even possible that he orchestrated all of this by himself? The Moon
I mean,
Maiden
is he
and the
that
Raker of Solnari.
dumb?
Nodcry of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
I feel like Genshin has very good lore, but they are kind of reaching many times when they are putting one and one together. It makes sense for Columbina to be in Nordcry. She was born here. And it makes sense for the Raker to be in Nordcry because of the wild hunt and all that. And also he's hunting for the moon. And there is the moon marrow in this location. Like, even without Columbina, he would have went here just for the marrow. So, bro, what are you getting all sus like this for? I mean, we know that it's most likely Dottore working behind, but still.
So, what do we do now? Got any ideas?
Right now, we've got at least three
I
things to
can't
consider.
follow their train
Let's
of
go
thought.
through them one by one. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rerir. To my knowledge, the bulk of Nodcry's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united,
that's not much.
we're still no match for Rerir in his current state.
What if there was a way to tap into a new power of our own?
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
3 moons once watched over this world. The Eternal Moon was the largest. The Frost Moon was the brightest. And the Iridescent Moon was the most mysterious. They say that back then, the 3 moon goddesses wielded immense power. Enough to shape the workings of the world itself. I now bear the Frost Moon's power, and the Eternal Moon's marrow resides within the Traveler.
Hold on. Are you suggesting?
The iridescent moon, the last piece in the puzzle.
That's right. If we can find the Iridescent Moon's marrow, I will be able to regain my strength much more quickly.
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate all things. Perhaps they hold further secrets beyond our understanding.
According to my analysis, the solution is feasible. However, it is subject to one major condition. How do we locate the Iridescent Moon's marrow?
I know a way, but we will need to visit the Fatui's Experimental Design Bureau.
The Experimental Design Bureau? Are you saying we need to involve Marionette?
Yes. I must speak with Snezhnaya.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted.
I mean, we of
You
course
shouldn't
go
go
with
alone.
her.
Then that's settled. Next up, our second priority. Somehow, we need to figure out Rerir's end goal. As you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his wild hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body and resurrecting himself. His first act since then, after laying low for a while, was to try and assassinate this young lady. People's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises the moon so deeply. Perhaps it sheds some light on his title, the Raker of Solnari. The Wild Hunt has plagued Nodcry for centuries now. If we want to stop it for good, we have to get to the root cause of what's driving it.
I mean, look at this. His mouth is still not... I don't think they bothered changing the lip sync for Ian
It's
version.
true.
For the Ian
We
version.
still know very little about him. If Kuthar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even know his name.
But where would we even start? I doubt even the Intel Queen of Nodcry has a clue. And she has info coming out of her ears.
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly
I knew it was
meticulous
Nefer.
when it comes to dealing with machines.
Ah, she hurt me!
Begun evil Nefer. Yahoda is so finished.
Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal. But it looks like this humble knight had something else in mind.
Details, details. Miss Nefer, the important thing is that you've arrived at the perfect time. Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rerir. Given the severity of the situation, I think it's fair to say that our only chance lies in uniting as one. And I'm talking all the factions in Nodcry.
Good luck
We
with that.
can't do this without the Curatorium. But I knew it'd be a tough job to win you over. So, I took the liberty of reaching out for a little chat.
Wait a sec. How did you even hear about this place, Nefer? Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot? And a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network?
The clue is in the
super
freaking name. I was I the only one suspecting this from the very beginning when I heard intelligence network?
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nodcry without my help? Besides, I'm the one running this gig. Of course I know where the meeting place is.
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network.
It felt so
intel you're
obvious.
after, she's your woman. Pretty much seen and heard it all.
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Seems like you've run into some trouble, huh? Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen crisis. On behalf of the Curatorium of Secrets, I wish you all the best of luck.
You know what? You understand that the Knights of Favonius do not have to involve themselves in this mess. They can just leave and let Nodcry fend for themselves. Same with the Traveler. You are part of Nodcry now. Actually, she can always just return to Sumeru.
So you're just going to sit this one out?
Why should I get involved? What could possibly be in it for me?
What if we told you we can't do this without you?
Oh? Then I'd say you'd better make it worth my while. I don't work for free.
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my nature. But then again, you and I have always
She's
been
subtly
polar opposites
burning
in
her.
this regard. So I can't exactly say I didn't see this coming. If you insist on compensation, I will pay you. Consider this a formal commission. Sound fair?
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a Moonchanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start passing the donation box around among the faithful.
Boss, just a thought. If they come up short, maybe you can take the difference out of my next
Yeah,
few
Hoda is the
paychecks.
best character in Nodcry. I don't care. Columbina is the cutest, definitely, and she must be protected. But yeah, Hoda's expressions, her the way she acts is just peak.
Things got really
They really
dangerous
made the
during the
4-star
fight with
be this
Revere.
good.
If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be ley line fodder by now. I'd be gone for good, boss. If there's any way we can make this work, I'd really like to help her. Please, I'm begging you.
This is why I'm always telling you never accept favors. They are the hardest debts to repay. You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well.
I wonder what's
I
the
will
story
help.
of Nefer and
But
Yahoda.
just this once. Don't count on this happening again. Flins, that fragment that Revere was after, do you still have it on you?
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need it to follow up on some leads.
Wait, you actually have some
Shh. This is top secret information.
I get it. We all have things we'd rather keep to ourselves. Plus, I know we can count on you. So we'll leave the intel gathering in your hands. And that brings me to the third and final item. We need to find a way to distract him. We need time to make
propose
our
Varka.
move, so someone will have to stall him.
Good luck, old man. You are as good as dead.
I'm in for this part, no matter what. Anyone coming with?
How about Flins?
Count me in too.
Huh?
Come off it, you two. Quit playing heroes.
Who else? Would
I'm way ahead of
Inefa?
you here. Inefa did a scan of the Moon Goddess's Kuvaki signature, and we're gonna use it to make some decoys over at the Kramkake craft shop. Anyone who's in, follow me. Once they're ready, we'll deploy the decoys across Nodcry. So as long as the rest of you keep moving, he won't catch on to your
it's like
scent
they're
and won't
throwing
be
the
able to
meat
track you down.
to trick the predators.
I like it. Genius idea.
No biggie.
All right then. We'll split into 3 teams. Once your team has finished their mission, return here and wait for the others. Dismissed!
Oh, it's split in 3 parts. Okay, one for each character. And it's loading so slow. I wonder why. What's this? Come on. Is it creating a new region or what the freak is happening? What the Okay. Okay, this is literally oh, finally. I like how they're fist pumping. Is it normal? And I'm lagging again. Okay.
Lady Damselette. Wait. And you two? What are you doing at the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau? We've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if you're just gonna waltz up here like this, you're seriously
Evronia.
pressing your luck. Don't blame us for doing what we have to.
Huh. You really think that's gonna scare us off?
We're not looking for any trouble. I just want to see Snezhnaya.
Do I need to remind you that you're still a wanted fugitive for deserting us? Out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis we're all up against. We'll let you leave in one piece.
Did you
But don't
forget you are
even
wanted?
think about trying to
Just
get
coming
inside.
in here. I bet some. Okay, marionette.
But...
Are you going to make me repeat that?
No, my lady.
Snezhnaya seems to be in a good mood. Must be maintenance day.
Whose maintenance? Hers? How does that work? Just curious. What does maintenance involve?
So tell me, to what do I owe the honor this time?
Okay, I need to restart Genshin after this.
Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear, we're not colleagues anymore, Columbina. I don't owe you anything.
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because
He's
I
so
was
tsundere.
bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time and satisfy my own curiosity. Whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the plot enough to even consider sticking my neck out for your sakes.
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What?
Huh? You mean the knave?
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino. Is she in Nodcry?
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nodcry are me and... what is it you need to speak to her
Probably
about
Dottore.
anyway?
She wanted to say Dottore.
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him, I must first retrieve the lost moon. Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling things with him before someone decided to whisk me away to their weird little garden.
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent and sensitive guests who won't stop asking where you've gone. Oh, they've been a real joy.
I can't tell if the desync is because of my lagging or if it's really meant like this because it's very bad. But I have to mention this. Why did she leave the Fatui after all? She mentioned how she did not find what was searching with the Fatui and they were actually stopping her. But it looks like she actually found true friends, right? With Arlecchino and Marionette. So like, what exactly happened?
I bet you served them the worst tea you have. Just like you used to do to me when I upset you.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? I keep losing people. First Rosaline, now you. I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly, what could be more ridiculous than the multi-centenarian goddess, who's only ever had the plain herbal tea she received as offerings?
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time. Was it really just to see how I'd react?
I mean, I would have done something like that. Also, speaking of Rosaline, awkward.
Well, duh. Why else? Watching you squirm was practically my only form of entertainment. Oh, yeah.
I mean, she
Capitano
fits
sometimes used to bring
the...
Tartaglia around too. But I guess we won't be seeing him again.
Ooh. I mean, Tartaglia is still fine, isn't he? What happened with Tartaglia? I did not do the quest with the whale thing. Also, Capitano. Yeah. She mentioned how they are all... they were one by one just dropping... I still feel like Capitano was not... he did not receive the justice he deserved. For the number one of the Harbingers, bro, his ending was just pathetic. He did not even take part in the final fight. And speaking of, isn't it obvious that Marionette is the freaking tsundere? It's not like there are no mangas in Teyvat. There is Yaemiko publishing house.
Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Polonia! Have Fevronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea. Will suffice.
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 moons, so I'll be leaving one of them in her care.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? If my tea meant that much to you, maybe quitting the Fatui wasn't your brightest move. Back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have dared come at you so openly.
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I paid dearly for it. At the end of the day, it was just another transaction.
Okay, but what did you pay?
I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambitions, and I've had enough of being treated like a bottomless supply of power.
Oh, so they used her like some generator, like a battery for their technology.
It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on, it may be a different group of people, but I see the same greed in their eyes.
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a reason to stay as I do. The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, the Fatui demanded everything from you in return, until it was more than you could bear. I get why you left. And frankly, I have no interest in dragging you back just because the higher-ups told me to. But if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we might be
What
enemies
is with
for
us
real.
catching strays?
Guess that's our cute that might be your plan. But it sounds like someone else wants you to stay a little longer. Huh? What do you mean? See for yourselves.
Oh, this is
My
great.
lady, it's the Wild Hunt. A horde of monsters is headed straight for the facility.
We are getting rid of the Fatui and the Wild Hunt. This is a 2-for-1 sale.
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area. I'll handle this. Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself? Huh, you'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. You really think you can afford to worry about me? Go on, get out of here. You may have stopped Polonia from crushing him last time, but I've made sure that won't happen again. The entire Experimental Design Bureau is rigged for war.
Okay, let's go. With
Stay
some
and
luck,
watch if
they're
you
gonna take
want.
out each other.
But it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friendlies in a weapon system. Don't tell me what to do! Look, if you're leaving, make it quick. Or you'll just get in my way.
Stare all you want, Columbina. You're not getting another invitation to my tea party.
I know. But thank you anyway, Snezhnaya.
This is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. All their melodrama and sentimental nonsense is rubbing off.
I feel like you are more sentimental than us.
Come on then, Mr. Ray here. Let's pick up where we left off.
She's so dead.
It's your wild hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creations.
This
Let's
thing,
see who comes out on top.
it looks like the turrets that I know did for the event. Wait, are we controlling the turrets? Okay, this is cool. But I'm lagging. No! Freaking Vanguard. This is cheating. I'm gonna get reported for lag switching. This is like The Walking Dead, that freaking zombie assault. Aren't we gonna lose because they just spawn endlessly?
Good work, Bosco 1. Bosco 2, prepare to fire!
At some point we are gonna run out of ammo. And just spamming it. How they're getting through? Is it a sniper?
That's
Oh,
it. Keep them pinned down. Don't let them get near.
No, it's not, this is not a sniper if it fires so fast.
Rotate out. Deploy all backup units. Get in there and hold the line.
Oh my god. Okay, okay. When does the story stop so I can for a bit so I can restart it? Oh, this is a machine gun.
Whatever. This is where the real fun begins.
Oh my god. War!
Don't worry. Once this is over, I'll put all back together again. I promise.
Does he have an endless supply? Yeah.
Finally, the Raider himself. Time to...
Damn, okay. This actually freezing here is kind of aura far.
Huh? Where'd he go? Uh-oh.
I feel like it's cheating that he can just spawn them endlessly. But he helped us. He destroyed the Fatui research bureau.
Polonia, get him!
I've upgraded Polonia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this once.
Bro, the issue is the Raker also upgraded.
She's not here. Where did she go?
Hey, over here, you big...
Curse it. Moon. Go. Keep searching.
He's like,
cannot have
you are
gotten
not
far."
worth my time. Well, Polonia is GG. Really, they could have gotten away easy. They could have just let him just walk away. You know, they already dragged him enough. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna change a thing if he throws an extra punch or not. But you know what? It is what it is. Also, we need to restart this because it is just not possible. I don't know what's the deal today with Genshin. Is the story quest this demanding? This is how it acted for me with Wuthering Waves before. Before they made some changes. And now I'm actually also having issues again with Wuthering Waves. My screen keeps flashing. From what I understand, though, it's NVIDIA. It's an NVIDIA issue, not with Wuthering Waves. So, like, bro. Song of the Welkin Moon. I'm gonna miss it. I just hope that Snezhnaya is gonna be good. I know people are already hyped for it, but I'm just gonna say they will be hyped for anything. You know? So far, we actually did not see much of Snezhnaya. We've seen the statue, but it's like, we already knew, right? Beforehand. There are statues of the Seven in all of Teyvat. We already knew what kind of looks he's gonna have. Or at the very least, the base of the looks that she's gonna have. Because Bronya. And the gun was a nice touch, and the fact that we are getting a new skin. That surprised me. And the train looked awesome, but that will be about it, right? We knew that there's gonna be snow and so on and so forth, so like... I feel like they did not show much yet. It's still in the concept phase. Oh no, we did not get teleported, so now we need to go all the way like this. Song of the Welkin Moon Act 3. I can't climb this. What is Yan Feng doing here? Egyptian magic. She has that pyramid trap building stuff perfected. What's
So
that?
this is your method for investigating Rarir's past. It almost looks like some kind of ceremony.
Good deduction. But it's quite a different affair from what you're used to with the Frost Moons.
Whoa! First time I've ever been in here. Boss always said it was off limits, so I pictured some kind of creepy dungeon. But it's actually kinda nice. Oh, I guess this must be Sumero decor? That's where Boss is from. And that nice shopkeeper who sold me my treasure compass.
I'm not sure exactly what you've got planned, but it looks like you're all set. When do we begin?
That cat thing, yeah, look at that.
Whenever we wish. But for some reason, I've got a feeling this isn't going to end well. I've never faced Rarir myself, but from what you've told me, his power is beyond anything I could imagine. I, on the
It
other
looks like
hand, am just an
me
ordinary
lagging had
businesswoman.
no effect on the
Our
lip sync. It's
paths
just
should
very
never
bad.
have crossed, yet here I am, forced to make an enemy of him.
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary as it gets. So what are you saying? You're getting cold feet?
Once I take a job, there's no backing out. Still, I have to ask myself if the power I'm relying on will even work on an opponent of this caliber. And also how to make sure I come out of this alive if things spiral out of control. Death is the one thing we can take
Nobody
for
enters
granted.
right now. We are in the middle of the
It's the
story.
great equalizer, however fortunate or unfortunate we may otherwise be. So it's important to consider how to spend what lifespan we have left.
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death. It's bad luck.
For once, I agree with you. When you're up against a foe like Rerir, there's no such thing as being too prepared. Is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary. I've already made up my mind. Time to cash in a precious favor I've been saving for a rainy day. Yehoda, I need you to find someone for me. The sooner the better.
Eh?
That shady merchant who sold you an overpriced treasure compass the other day.
Come on, boss. You're pulling my leg again. In what way is she shady? She showed up when I was completely lost
it must
and
be
sold me
Dory.
a neat little gadget that was exactly what I needed. Trust me, she's a good person.
Yeah, Yahoda could be tricked to get her. You know that expression? She's getting sold and then she's also helping to count the money.
Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
The sound effect. I knew it's Dory. When I hear shady merchant in Genshin, it can only be Dory.
Hey, aren't you?
What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee. See, look how easygoing she is. After that rude awakening, she could have completely snapped at us.
Yeah.
But instead, she
How
kept
about
it
we have
together and just
Yahoda pay
asked for
Dory?
an extra fee.
Dory Sangama Bay? I never would have pictured you two doing business together.
If you want to make
They're
it big
both
in
from
Notcry,
Sumeru.
it's all about connections. Lady Nefer just so happens to have a lot of intel that interests me. And she also did me a big favor in the past. It was back when I first arrived in Notcry. My trusty assistant, the genie in my lamp, had an adverse reaction to the Kuvaki and fainted. And when you know it, that's when I suddenly find myself in a life-or-death situation. Good thing my compatriot was there to swoop in and save the day. I've been giving her a 30% discount off all of my goods ever since. Now, so that no one here feels left out, I'm willing to extend a 20% discount to
But she
fellow
also
friends of
increased
Boss
the
Nefer.
prices on the merchandise by 30%.
Plus, any other friends you send my way will enjoy 10% off. What can I say? The great Lord Sangama Bay is nothing if not generous. So, let me guess. You've run into some trouble. I've got everything you could possibly need. And the more you buy, the more you'll save.
You guessed correctly. What have you got in the way of survival gear?
The one type of gear I've never been short on. What are you looking for? A jetpack fresh from the Academia's labs? An ancient suit of armor, dredged up from the bottom of the sea? At the very least, I need to know what kind of opponent you're dealing with here. If even you're worried about staying alive,
We're about to
it
face a
must be
Raider.
pretty
Do you
serious.
have a Death Star or a Planet Destroyer? I heard I heard Asta is purchasing them next door. Can you borrow one from her?
What if I told you it's someone with the power to bring a nation to its knees?
Is that so? Then we really are talking top-shelf treasures. I don't have anything like that in stock right now. I'll have to ask my supplier.
Your supplier?
A powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but luckily for you, I hear she's planning to visit Nodcry in the near future.
Isn't she Alice? I've done the event. I think Alice is considered Dory's supplier.
If you're willing to wait, I can ask her when she's here. Can't say exactly how long that'll be, though.
Then let me put it another way. What would you do if you encountered an enemy like that? Roll over and serve yourself up on a silver plate?
I already can picture Dory on a silver plate with an apple in her mouth.
Of course not. I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No, no! This is for my personal use only!
Let's just say I'm borrowing it, all right? Just for insurance purposes. You'll get it back later.
She's not getting it back later.
Favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now you've got a chance to repay one. A win-win situation, don't you think?
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 mora. Deal?
I mean, you know what? This is not bad. She's giving it for 3 days. There is a lot of stuff you can do in 3 days.
Deal.
What a way to start the day.
Now
was there
Dory is
anything
defenseless.
else you
Let's
wanted?
capture her
Or
and
can I
steal
go
her,
back to
all her
bed
mora.
now?
That will be all. Take care now. Don't trip up on your way back, friend.
See you later! You're my favorite shopkeeper.
Excellent. Everything is well and truly ready. The ceremony can now begin. After initiating the ceremony, your mind
Is she
will follow
doing
me
a
wherever I
seance?
go. You will see many strange things in your mind's eye. So remember, don't be frightened, and don't make a
A
sound.
seance, okay.
Now then, let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's past. I made it. I don't recognize this style of architecture. Must be Conrian.
Andrea's architecture.
Simple furnishings, table and chairs. It's a more ordinary house than I might have expected. Looks like the fearsome Raker of Solnari came from surprisingly humble beginnings. Unless this passed for luxury in Conria. Unlikely. It was said to be a very prosperous nation in its heyday. Anyway, I'll keep exploring.
Hi, River. Since you're working extra hours
Is
tonight,
that her?
I thought I'd keep myself busy by checking out that new kebab shop.
There is a
I've
kebab
heard
shop.
good things about their menu.
Okay, Kanria was very advanced.
I'll test it out, and if it's as good as everyone's saying, let's go back together sometime. P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home. A few teacups and a pin rack. Hope you like them.
They didn't sign their name, but they must have been close. Sounds like they were living together.
Didn't he mention her name literally like 5 times? Yes, I do not remember it either, but still.
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a fine collection, but I went alone. Felindis was tied up with something and couldn't make it. Joseph asked why I came alone, but I didn't really have an answer. He then went on to ask about other things, but if he invites me again...
Felindis. That's the same name Rerir mentioned.
Crane imports keep falling.
If things don't pick up, we'll soon be back to meat and mushrooms only.
I mean, meat? I
Honestly,
was thinking in ancient times, meat was the hardest thing to come
everyone's
about.
been into lately. Didn't it start out as a lab-grown variety? I heard it's even mildly corrosive. Seriously, why would you even eat something like that? I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy. That just isn't the kind of thing I like to eat.
Grain has to be imported, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and mushrooms. Could it be because Conria is underground, so it doesn't get much sunlight? That would explain why they use so much stone in their buildings. They even use alchemically modified strains for food. Seems like the people of Conria don't have many options when it comes to dining.
I mean,
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it and keep it somewhere safe.
I mean, I find it funny that a desert dweller is mentioning about food variety, huh?
Making a big purchase. I wonder what it is.
Huh.
He really is a professional. No wonder he's so good at covering his tracks. Despite what he's become, it seems like he's retained certain habits. Did Rary rip it out himself?
Before I met you, I was convinced that my heart was
Okay, he fell in love, but
stagnant
I need to
pool.
note this. Henry Underground. I mean, we already knew it, mostly. But, meat and mushroom diet. Okay. In Genshin, you really note down this kind of stuff because the lore is just too much.
A withered, windless grove where the waters rested forever unrippled.
Oh, they found the moon site. Oh wait, no. I was out of it for a second.
It was you.
He still mentioned
who
about
helped me
law.
see that my heart hadn't entirely withered away.
This is just trivial sentimentality from the looks of it. Why would he go to the trouble of hiding that? The burial place of a fallen moon.
I mean, that's just a metaphor, right? Actually, no. Oh, the iridescent moon is inside of Rarier. And that's why he wanted the moon marrow.
Over here. Over here.
And that's why he wanted to kill Columbina and Dine Slave.
Dane! Oh, and, Vedalfin here? What a surprise to see you here, sir.
Hello there, Rarier. You need not address me so formally outside of court.
Show us how he looks.
He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink. Even the court prophet deserves a break every now and then, right?
Well, I'm flattered.
So, what are we discussing today?
Is he a vampire?
Hey, don't look at me. As far as I see it, we don't need an excuse to have a few drinks.
Come on, don't give us that. Didn't you say you were about to pop the big question?
It's so
How's
weird
that
hearing
coming
Dine
along?
Slave talk like that.
Who'd have thought the great Twilight Sword was an even greater gossip?
I just didn't expect you to be the first one to settle down and get married, that's all.
Yeah. If you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed you either.
So, are you planning to come clean about your job then? I'm guessing you still haven't told her.
Sure, I'll have to tell her at some point. But I'll need to pick the right time and place. To be honest, I have no idea how she'll take it.
Come on, stop being such a pessimist. For all you know, she could be thrilled. I bet she'll be much more impressed by your actual job than the one she thinks you're doing now. A member of the King's Guard. Quite the cover story. Does the king himself even know?
Wait, what?
Of course he does. Anyway, enough about me. How have you
Are
been?
they doing something on
Me?
the side
Same
without
old, same
others
old. Nothing
knowing?
much to... Huh? What's up, Ved?
It's nothing.
Vedifulnir, Dainsleif's elder brother. Renowned throughout the court of Conria as the Visionary, and said to possess a wisdom far beyond the reach of any ordinary man.
Vedifulnir, Dainsleif, Alder's brother. Okay, we get even more lore. They are not showing him right now. I wonder if it's because the model is not yet ready or if they want to tease us.
And yet, does he even know me?
Winster King's Blades.
Why did he react so strongly? Was it really to do with what we were talking about?
They are always looking too much into stuff. If a friend of mine reacted like that, I was like, oh, okay, next.
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. So this is what Rerir looked like back in the day. Perfectly normal. No different from anyone else. As frightening as this monster is in the present, there's something even more unsettling about seeing the human he used to be.
Oh, that's the girl.
Felindis? You're back early?
Our equipment's being serviced today, so I got off earlier than usual. How's your day been?
She's cute, but she has that
Aw,
NPC
why the long
vibe.
face? Is something the matter? Has your boss been giving you a hard time again?
Went for a drink with Dane and the others after work.
Isn't that a good thing?
Vedifulnir showed up today, too. You know, Dainsleif's older brother.
Ah, Mr. Vedifulnir. Yes, I've heard of him. They say that everything he says ends up coming true.
He overheard Dainsleif mention that I'd recently proposed, and seemed to have an issue with it. But when I asked what it was, he kept it to himself.
So, you're worried? You can be such a child sometimes, Revier. We're nobodies. Why would the Visionary be concerned about us? I'm sure someone in his position has much bigger fish to fry.
Maybe you're right.
Isn't she concerned that he's drinking with the Sword of Twilight and the Visionary? Is she thinking really that Rerir is a regular guy?
You worry too much, Revier. We've been together for ages now, and everything's been going so well, has it not? You've even proposed to me.
So, you do remember. Tell me then. What's your answer?
Like I said, I need some time to decide. You can't just rush into things like this. We
Oh,
may
come
be nobodies in
on.
the grand scheme of things. But if we want things to work out, we've still got to plan ahead.
All right. Take your time.
Rerir got friend zoned.
Don't keep me waiting forever. Nobodies. Sounds about right. In the eyes of people like Vedifulnir and Dainsleif, what do we matter? Can someone whose gaze is so fixed on a far-flung future even see the present clearly? Besides, the dynasty's fate rests with the king and his inner circle. Whatever I do, it won't make much difference. Meanwhile, every idea they come up with and every decision they make, it affects everything. These days, the king is lost in his research, and the purge of the Crimson Moon bloodline grows ever more
The Crimson
intense.
Moon. Wait, what's this? What's with the Crimson Moon? Weren't there just 3? Crimson Moon. What did I miss? Oh, okay. It's the remnant of the original in Descent Moon. Wait, I probably should not search this stuff. It's probably not explained yet. No, I spoiled myself. Okay.
The opposition tried to speak out, but nothing came of it. And I'm under no illusions as to why. Because we eliminated them and got rid of their bodies.
So he's like an assassin.
A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry a sword, but there are few good excuses to use it. What becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Can he ever find true
Isn't the
peace?
king Ether? Ether.
Thelendis. It's nothing. You were right. Fate has never smiled upon nobodies like us. But
I
by the
know
same
what
token, some
there
look like
is.
they're a grudge
He's gonna
against
start.
us.
Damn.
There's no reason we can't keep living happily together, cherishing the simple joys of each day as they come.
See? You just need to stay positive, Revere. I can feel your warmth, your breath. You're right there, right by my side. Just seeing you makes me happy in a way I can't explain. And that's something that no one could ever take away from me. So smile, my love. Let go of that frown.
You're right, Thelendis. I've just been overthinking things.
That's better. Getting caught up about things like this will only ruin our evening. Speaking of which, all set for the ball tonight? I need to go get ready.
You go ahead.
I wonder
I
how
just
she
have a few
look in a
things to take
dress
care of, then I'll come
and
join
bread.
Even busier than the big shots, huh? Fine, I'll go get started. But don't be late. If you keep me waiting too long, I won't be a happy bunny.
Relax. I'll be there. Seriously, though, you drive a hard bargain. You're really gonna leave my proposal hanging and still expect me to take you to the ball?
Well, that goes without saying. I already told everyone I'd be coming with a dance partner. Besides, they're two completely different things. Let's take it one thing at a time, all right?
Let me guess, until the very end she did not respond to this guy's proposal.
Right. White outfit it is.
It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services by giving the impression that he was just an ordinary member of the Finster King's Guard. He clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancée to know about his other life. Then again, that's hardly surprising. People in the intelligence trade rarely do. Who'd have thought we were in the same line of work?
The irony.
Let's dig a little deeper.
Damn, Nefer, you changed.
Our last operation was a resounding success, and all thanks to you, Ray here of Solnari. In total, we apprehended 32 dregs of the Crimson Moon, and 67 accomplices.
After all these years since the dynasty's fall, so many of them still linger on.
Indeed, it cannot be denied. Yet it was destiny that the Crimson Moon should be overcome by the eclipse, and that His Majesty, the all-seeing Finster King, now guides our nation on the path to prosperity. Conria has no further need for a dead moon. But alas, there will always be those who refuse to see the truth, choosing instead to romanticize
I mean, that's true,
the
but
past.
how did that moon die?
That's not entirely true. Much about the Crimson Moon era was worthy of remembrance. And that's exactly why they keep trying to see it restored. Many of its secrets remain unsolved to this day. As it happens, that's precisely the field of study my partner is devoted to.
You still haven't told her what you really do for a living.
Where would I even start? How do you tell someone that you're one of the king's hand-picked executioners? That your hands are steeped in blood?
You didn't choose this life, any more than I did. Orphans like us don't get a say.
But I'll sure as heck be the one to pay for it. Speaking of which, we need to be more rigorous in the way we identify direct descendants of the Crimson Moon. Someone, it seems, has strong opinions about my future plans. Most likely my marriage in particular. I have a feeling that we may soon become targets of the Crimson Moon's retribution.
Your concerns are not unfounded. They've taken out many of our colleagues these past few years, and for that very reason. These are no helpless lambs we're leading to the slaughter. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. Take care, Rayhir of Solnari. I look forward to toasting you at your wedding.
I need to ban these guys.
Thanks, Thorkel. You look after yourself too.
He has the form of an NPC, so he's not gonna be of value to the story later.
I never wanted to keep this from you. You're the last person I would ever want to lie to. But that's exactly why I can't tell you everything. The Moonlit Dynasties are a thing of the past. Yet even now, with the sun shining high in the sky, there are those who would call forth a dead moon's ghost. Could that be why Vedalfnir held back? Or was it because of some court secret he's not at liberty to share? I have to get a clear answer from him. No matter what happens, I will protect the Lindis.
Rayhir seems to be very concerned by Vedalfnir's reaction. Vedalfnir and Dainsleif, the Visionary and Twilight Sword. So that's what they were really like. I've investigated this whole area now. Should I try somewhere else? Wait a second. What's this black smoke?
Is she stepping in some kind of trap?
So, he's late after all. Just you wait, Rayhir. You're in for it. Big time.
Are you waiting for someone, ma'am? Could I tempt you into buying some flowers?
Oh, sure. Pick me out a pretty bunch if you would.
Thank you. But I'm afraid none of them are as pretty as you.
For someone so young, you sure have a way with words, don't you?
He's not showing his face. I don't trust him.
Look me in the eyes.
Okay.
You'll see I'm not lying.
Wait, these are the same
May we have
eyes
a
as
word in
Arlecchino.
Who are you? And what do you want?
It doesn't matter who I am. Too many of her kind have fallen lately, so I decided to take the risk of reaching. Not long ago, the Rayhir of Solnari led an assault on one of our strongholds. We suffered many casualties, and many who came to our aid lost their lives as well.
Sorry, I don't know why you're telling me this. And I don't want to get involved.
Wait, hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look
I
at his
feel like
face
this
and learned his true
piece
identity.
of trash just go
His
after
name is
this
Rayhir,
guy's family
and
now.
he claims to be one of the king's guards.
What did you say?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner. But surely, you must have caught a whiff of the blood on his hands.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
I'm gonna say this. I feel, first of all, these people are pieces of trash. They can deal with him, and then they just go after his family. First of all. Second of all, there is really no much difference between being an executioner and the king's guard at the end of the day, right? Because the king's guard are gonna kill anyone that threatens the king. So it's like, what exactly is the difference? I guess the extent of things?
Simple. It's because...
How strange. Rayhir was nowhere to be seen in that memory. It clearly belonged to the Lindis. Rayhir couldn't possibly know what happened if he wasn't even there. Why would her memories appear in his fragment? The ceremony won't last much longer. I think it's time to call it a day.
Lindis is now part of him. He absorbed her memories at some point.
So that was your doing? Did you just pull us?
I feel like that
inside
should be
Rayhir's
illegal.
fragment?
I mean, just think
Spy
of the
directly on
implications
his
of this. She
memories?
can spy on the memories of everyone in Teyvat.
Any more questions, and I'll have to start charging.
I had no idea you could do that, boss! Seriously, that was amazing! We're not worthy. We're not worthy!
I can see her bowing.
Gotta admit, though, I'm itching to see what happens next.
I'm just as curious as you are. but the ceremony only allows for limited time inside. Luckily, we managed to learn quite a lot.
So far, so good. Especially the group with the Traveler.
If you're worried about them,
If I know Boss, she's gonna need some time to write up all the details and make sure it's all coherent.
And then, wait, what? Are we back to Columbina with us? Oh, this is the Lantern Rites. No, this is Sumeru. Where is the Welkin Moon? I hate when this happens. When the location is blocked by other quests. This is why I need to catch up with the lore and with the story quests.
Oh, they've been prowling around for nearly 2 days now. These things just won't quit. Oh, they might not have seen us yet, but with them constantly sweeping the area, our way out is completely blocked.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
One little slip up and it's game over. If they spot us, they'll run straight back to Rare. And once he knows we're here, it won't be long before he's breathing down our necks again. Oh, guess you're right.
Finally. Paimon, zip it.
Quick, hide! We almost got spotted.
Shut up!
Phew, that was a close call.
They tricked me. They were saying that Paimon is gonna shut up.
Watch out! They're coming this way!
Stop! I can't drop down. I mean, I feel like I could have just made the round for that location by this point. I can't drop down. What's happening? Okay, let them catch me. I think he's bugged. I don't think you are supposed to start climbing. I mean, bye.
We're nearly there. This is the final hurdle.
Yeah, that was so dumb.
Oh, there's no end to these things.
Shut up! How did Neverness to Everness manage to make a mascot more annoying than Paimon?
Fire.
Oh, Arlecchino, the knave.
Wait, what's that smell?
So that's her. That's Arlecchino's tie. Arlecchino is tied to the Crimson Moon, the dead moon. She has the exact same eyes as that kid. I guess it fits her. Why don't we have this orb when she is playable?
Snezhnaya was right. You look weak, Columbina. The old you would never have let such lowly creatures bar your way. Word has it that you did something for the Tsaritsa, and that's why you've lost most of your power. Freedom comes at a heavy price, doesn't it?
Technically, she's not free. She's wanted.
Hello again, Columbina. And greetings, guests of the House of the Hearth.
It's been a while, Arlecchino.
Back to Sandrone. How did she know to where we were? Search for us exactly. Shouldn't she have went to Marionette first of all?
Whatever. I've got all the data I need. Next time we meet, you're finished.
I want to hear her say that again.
stupid right here of stupid Solnari. He sure doesn't pull his punches.
Excuse me, do you need a hand?
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Can't you see I'm busy? Wait a minute. I recognize that voice.
Hello, Miss Sandrone. Father sent us over to help.
Oh, okay. She sent the tree here. Damn. Cat girl. Lynette.
How considerate of her. Hey, Fremine, get over here and help me fix this. Lenny, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from my machines. Nearly every machine that cat girl touches ends up going haywire. Go put her on cleaning duty or something.
That's so cat-like.
Then let's start downstairs. Fremine, we'll leave this place to you.
You've got it.
Wait a second. Pretty sure there's still some tea in the cupboard. If you want some, you'll have to make it yourselves.
There is actually a tea party. The gang gathered. This is something that Wuthering Waves needs to learn. How to add conveniently all these characters. In a way, the Fatui kind of did it, right? Because it's an inter-regional organization. So that you can pull something like that off, and then you have one long characters appearing in Nordcry and so on and so forth. It's kind of hard in Wuthering Waves because they are in a post-apocalyptic world, right? Most regions actually are not interconnected.
It's a relief to see you all made it back in one piece.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people missing. Where's Flint's and the others? And what about Nefer?
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Ino and Anefa to set up the decoys and buy some time. As for me,
I mean, you were useless, I realized. They did not hold the Rerir at all. What exactly did you and Flint do?
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent us back to fill you all in on the top secret intel we've been gathering.
I see. But first, who do we have here? You brought someone else in to help?
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party companion of Columbina's. You may call me Arlecchino.
Surely it can't be.
Those eyes. Oh, where have I seen them before? Wait, of course. In those memories we just saw.
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. So either you share a pretty uncommon name, or you're more than just a Tea Party buddy.
You're well informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here in Nordcry, and yet the people and affairs of Snezhnaya seem to hold a special place in your heart.
I was wondering about this. How exactly did they allow this guy? Because the equivalent will be for a foreign country to send an expedition in another country and to keep the peace in one of the cities there. Even though Nordcry is technically not belonging to Snezhnaya, but still it's gonna be so awkward.
Oh, the feeling's mutual. Sounds like you know all about who I am.
A Fatui Harbinger.
The atmosphere in here just got really tense. Guess we can't just start trusting Fatui Harbingers, even at a time like this.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the moon goddess no longer belongs to the Fatui, what makes you so willing to put your neck on the line here?
Nor does Nordcry belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Yet still, you're fighting for it all the same. Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes, stopping things from spiraling out of control is a higher priority
Very
than chasing the
level-headed.
spoils of victory. Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. It's just that the Fatui really have been the source
Yes,
of
but
many
these are
of
just the
our
grants.
troubles.
From how the story goes, it looks like the harbingers are just kittens,
We have our own way of doing
just
things
baring
here
their
in
teeth and
Notcry.
meowing.
But ever since they arrived, the Fatui have treated us with nothing but hostility.
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. But sometimes fundamental conflicts of interest simply can't be settled amicably. That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. As a gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the iridescent moon's marrow, which will help her restore more of her power. Anyway, what else is on the agenda? Let's begin.
She says she'll be frank, then completely skips over the details. Looks like
Yahuda
she doesn't
learned
want to
from
give away
Nefer.
too many, but she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's
I mean,
the
you
fourth
can
of the
still
Fatui
go.
harbingers after all. One look and you can tell she's not someone you'd want to mess with.
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that, we'll proceed to the next topic.
All right, listen up, everyone. First, we now know that Rerir was originally a Conrian secret agent whose primary mission was to hunt down and assassinate the so-called dregs of the Crimson
And
Moon.
the dregs of the Crimson Moon is right here in the room with us. Oh.
The dregs of the Crimson Moon?
In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and Eclipse, and a whole bunch of other stuff from the time of Conria.
To my knowledge, those were the names of two different Conrian dynasties. Long, long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped the Crimson Moon, drawing a mysterious power from its reflection.
We see only 3 moons here.
But one day, a coup saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed, hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced it, and how it became the new emblem of Conria.
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, the Vinster King, still coveted the secrets it
So
left
we have
behind.
the Crimson Moon
He sent
dynasty
the
and then
Rayhir
the
of Solnari
Eclipse
to secretly
dynasty.
hunt down the Crimson Moon's few remaining followers. In those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, he was as normal as any other person. Oh, and he had a fiancé, or at least a would-be fiancé, called Tholindis. What's the matter?
Stephanie, Granddaughter, Flinders.
How did we not mention the names he shouted?
Interesting. Anything else? What about this would-be fiancé of his? Do we know anything about her?
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum, but it felt like she was hiding some kind of secret.
Okay, so she was also hiding secrets and Rerir was hiding secrets. Even though I feel like Rerir's secret is not that big of a deal. Technically, he is kind of a guard of the king. His attributions do not extend any further than that, right?
And one more thing. For some reason, Rerir's fragment also contains some of Tholindis' memories.
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that. In any case, it sounds like we can conclude that while Tholindis was still around, Rerir appeared to be lucid and quite normal. Tholindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me though, were these pure-blood Conrians we're talking about here?
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure-blood Conrian... Oh yeah! Just like how it was with the captain!
If we could somehow find her, do you think
Is
there's
she still
any
alive?
chance Rerir might regain some of his sanity?
It's possible. But it would take a miracle. That merchant who never knows, Dori Sangama Bay. Maybe we could hire her to look into it.
All right then. Let's keep working in our separate teams. Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss Arlecchino will go look for the iridescent moon's marrow. As for the others...
On the way over here, I noticed that the Wild Hunt monsters had grown even more frenzied in their search for Kutar. At this rate, the people living here will be in grave danger too.
I'll head back to the curatorium and meet up with the boss.
Feels good knowing we've all got something to be getting on with. Given that the Wild Hunt has been a lot
What
more
did you
active
do,
lately,
Varka, so far?
the Light
Tell
Keepers
me,
have likely
what did
begun
you
their
do?
own operations too. If that is the case, someone will need to pass the news on to Flint's. I'll hold the fort for now. Then discuss our next move with Flint's, Aino, and Anefa when they get back.
All right then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything, we'll be on our way.
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Relax. Just do your thing. Now, I decided to call in some backup since things are getting so hairy. Stay safe, everyone.
He's pretending like he's working. Linz.
We're back. Did we get here a little early? Or a little late?
The lip sync.
A tad late. The others have already set off. To summarize, our resident moon goddess has found us a new ally. And Boss Nefer has uncovered some promising info. Everything going smoothly on your end?
Not great. I don't know how long we can stall them for. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired right now.
Give her some desserts.
Oh, right. Anefa, could you fill in Uncle Varka on what we just discussed with Flint's?
Sure. Uncle Varka, you previously told us about how when you went to investigate a source of the Wild Hunt in Aemeath, you discovered that it was just a diversion. But according to Flint's intel, several outbreaks of the Wild Hunt had already occurred in Nodcry in the period leading up to that. That was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength. In other words, in theory at least, he still lacked the means to act in two places at once.
Flint's, with everything that's been happening, the Light Keepers across Nodcry are rallying to fight back against the Wild Hunt. They're gonna need your help. I know, I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more effective than decoys. But for now, you should stay here and get some rest. And Effa and I will head back over to Amsfartnir to see if there's anything I missed.
I told you Uncle Varka would say that, didn't I? A deal's a deal. Not a word about my snack intake for the next week.
Okay, Varka, you got tricked.
Database updated. Reliability of Aino's predictions increased.
What does that mean?
They were betting on how you'd respond after hearing their intel.
It's the obvious choice, isn't it? It's hardly worth betting on.
We already decided that Anefa should go investigate the situation over at Amsfartnir on her own. You might as well stay here and keep watch. Someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides, you still haven't fully recovered from ambushing Rerir.
Wait, did he ambush Rerir
with the easiest
off screen?
assignment. Well, I appreciate it, everyone.
Silver Moon Hall. At the very edge of the map.
This will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us all this way, would you mind telling us what you've got planned? We still haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here.
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon. And one of the last surviving embers of the Two Worlds Flame.
Oh, so she has royal Khaenri'ah blood. She is related to the Crimson Moon dynasty.
Huh? Are you serious? Isn't you're a descendant of that Crimson Moon dynasty we were just talking about? The one from ancient Khaenri'ah?
How old is she?
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the signs had been there all along.
I mean, like your eyes?
When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins and smoldered away inside.
Okay, but what's with the two worlds flame? What's that? I need to check. Is that another spoiler? Oh, it's part of her story quest. I did not do it yet.
What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of
I will have to
emotion
do
or
it.
drew too
I have
deeply
so
on this
much to catch
power,
up.
it was like some kind of presence within the fire would begin to gnaw away at me. Exactly. That is why my hands are like this too. At first, I saw it only as a curse. But once I became a harbinger, the jester apprised me of the truth. Together with my own investigations over the past few years, there are several things that I have gradually come to understand. For instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the abyss to
So it's
prolong
not a
its
fourth
lifespan.
moon, it's the iridescent moon broken and then fused with the abyss. So technically the crimson moon is the iridescent moon.
Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the abyss. You all understand the nature of the abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for my soul. This strange blackness is the mark of corruption it has left behind.
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to your heart, you'd become a completely different person.
Yes. And that's
Arlecchino
the reason I'm always
SPTs.
careful not to push my power too far. It's essentially a never-ending tug of war.
Oh, sounds intense.
Future Arlecchino SP confirmed.
Anyway, the rest of my story can wait. Is there anything else about the Crimson Moon or the Iridescent Moon that you're unclear about?
Paimon has a question. So, the crimson moon that the Karians used to worship was actually the iridescent moon, right? Which was one of the three moon sisters. Does that mean that the Karians were to the crimson moon as the frost moon scions are to the frost moon?
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like, but I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent moon's remains simply served as their link to the abyss. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Either way, a dissenting faction staged a coup and drove out the royal heirs of the Crimson Moon
Usually
dynasty.
after a coup, the royal heirs will have been killed.
Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson Moon's glow never truly faded. If you want living proof, it's standing right before you.
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar in your presence. When I looked at you, I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of my eye. In your flames, I saw its broken image, surrounded by a strange black aura.
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and I'd prefer not to end up as the object of an
I wonder if
insane
Dottore
research
knew.
project. Anyway, time is against us here. I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letter, Snezhnaya mentioned that since you are unable to contain the iridescent moon's marrow yourself, you intend to leave it in my custody. Correct?
That's right. For now, it's the only way I can pay you back for your help. The iridescent moon is already part of who you are. So with its marrow in your possession, you'll be even more powerful than before.
Deal. Then let's get started.
Arlecchino is getting upgraded. That does not sound good.
What does this place have to do with the crimson moon?
When I first became a harbinger, the jester gave me a book called Harry, also known as Leobranto Innamorato. You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era, but setting aside the tangled romances of its characters, it...
Wait, it actually exists. Hello, Branto in my... Okay, I think I can... Can you find it in Fontaine? Cleobranto Innamorato. Okay, I will have to Innamorato. I will have to check it later. Also, is there any translation for this? The in-loved Cleobranto. It looks like Cleobranto is the name of a person.
In the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an orphanage that received children from beyond the
Wait,
bounds
isn't
of
this
this world
what Arlecchino
and
did?
subjected them to a peculiar induction ceremony.
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real?
The Crimson Moon sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. But fearing they might lose control, they subjected these children to a process of refinement. They made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted to having died and seen a crimson moon.
They sent children crawling up a fireplace. That's so creepy. So the dead children responded back.
The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them, "Within the fireplace, you have traversed the flames between two worlds. Here and now, you are born anew." The book leaves much unsaid, but I suspect that this was their way of branding the children they had
Is that
enrolled,
the eye mark?
leaving an indelible mark upon them, so that they would forever live in the Crimson Moon's light.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. It makes sense that it would be sealed in a special space that can only be accessed temporarily through some kind of ritual.
But there's no fireplace here. Do you see a chimney anywhere? Oh, are we supposed to build it ourselves? Okay, fine. Paimon will go find some bricks.
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames
she needs to
between
burn
two
us.
worlds. In other words, the flames that burn within me. Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world. In the days of Conria, people believed they could be used to bridge the gap between the two worlds of life and death. In short, I can open a passage to that space for you. The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open, so I won't be able to come with you. Very well. Then I'll open it up.
Traveler, spare me a little more moonlight if you would. I may need
Yeah,
it.
we need to recharge Columbina. I wonder if we can recharge her like in the Fate series.
Thank you. I feel like I've recovered some of my strength now.
Mistress of the seven hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent.
The Crimson Moon.
One word of advice. As you're crossing over, no matter what voices you hear, do not answer.
Utao will not be pleased about this.
I sense a sinister gloom inside, but also the familiar light of the moon. I feel that I am about to meet an old friend who has changed beyond all recognition.
Everlasting. This is still part of Act 3. Damn. This is sick, by the way. I wish they would keep this. I think it's gonna be gone after I do the quest, right? I wish the staircase would still be there. So that's what all these gates were for.
I sense your presence and craving death and rebirth. Wait, why are you? You have crossed over from another world, transcending fate itself. I have no right to.
I was expecting her to react to Columbina.
Look up at the sky! A red moon! This must be the spot, right? Is that the abyss? It's practically filled the entire place. What now?
What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body, seized by the abyss, and hung up aloft like mummified remains.
Oh, now I realized how this must look to Columbina. It's like somebody dismembered someone and then just patched them together. You know, like some kind of... you know how in tribes in the past, they would hang up the bodies of the people that they killed as some kind of warning. That's what Columbina must see.
Careful! There's something spooky about this place. Hymon's right behind you. By the way, Columbina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty holy, Paimon. How is that possible?
The abyss acted like some kind of glue to stitch it together. Okay, this is the party setup. There, high level. Weak but high level. Level 102.
Just like I thought. It was only a facade.
Oh, just the front of it was fixed like some kind of glue. I keep using the glue analogy. Why are there creatures here? They're everywhere. They're the cockroaches of Teyvat. You could do this quest without fighting this guy, and you are gonna lose the chest forever, huh?
Huh? Huh? For real? That's way too high! There's no way we'll be able to reach it!
No. I'm not sensing anything up there. It's coming from under the mountain.
Let's see... Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the water! Wait, see that? Looks like a mechanism of some sort. Looks like a device from the time of Kalia. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. Oh, if we can activate it, we might find some clues.
Just activate some random device without knowing what this is gonna do.
Look at that!
Genius.
Now that the mechanism's running, the shadow in the water looks different. moons might be the key to unlocking the secret?
Thalindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands. We'll be heading back now.
So she was a researcher of the Crimson Moon.
I hope this isn't ruining date night.
Ugh. Mind your own business. Just leave me some snacks on the table.
Thalindis? Is that Rear's
They make a perfect pair. One of them was killing and apprehending the remains of the Crimson Moon dynasty, and the other one was doing experiments on them.
Oh yeah. So, do you think she was studying this strange space all along?
The Abyss has made this space extremely unstable. Maybe that's why some of the things she said and did were preserved here.
Whenever I see this view, it takes me back to a poem from my childhood. Waning moon, oh lifeless damsel, weeping on the mountain crest. Mourning still in wistful tone, her fragile soul now laid to rest. For me, of all people, to be here investigating the mysteries of the Crimson Moon space.
Let me guess, Tolindis has some ties to the Crimson dynasty. And Rerir is gonna have to kill her, or she's gonna be executed by the king, by other enforcers.
Looks like the Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby.
This is why Notrai felt short, I guess. It's because they have an entire domain in here. I guess this is how they managed to lower the requirement for the size, right? After the story finishes, this domain is gonna get deleted from your files. Oh, genius. Using a device to just break the corruption from the other device to activate.
So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to unlocking. If it really does exist, then maybe this madness can finally be put to an end.
Wait, it's... oh. Why were we able to just purify this one so easily? Why couldn't we have done that with the other one too?
With the Abyss inhibitors in place, I should be able to access the chamber with the moon marrow. Oh, Rerir, with every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the root of the problem.
Oh,
Ever
they are
since
talking
that
about
outsider
Ether.
set foot in Conria, the Vinster King has sunken deeper into madness.
So she was aware. She was actually aware of Rerir doing all this stuff. And since she managed to get to the moon marrow chamber, I think she took the moon marrow. And she appears in Rerir's memories because Rerir then says he is in his heart. The remains like the landing point of a fallen moon. Is it because he ate, technically in quotations, Tolindis? Yes, this is not the kind of eating of Tolindis that Rerir was hoping for.
If only I could get my hands on that outsider.
Hey look! The moon's reflection is back to normal! Elendis' voice mentioned a chamber with the moon marrow.
It must be. For within it, I sense the fragile aura of a dying soul.
Then there's no time to lose!
Wait, Tolindis is still alive inside of that chamber? Maybe? I don't know. And because she's connected, can I...
Shower me with praise!
Yep, even on abyssal waters, Purina still slaps.
These things are so creepy! Looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow!
Boss fight!
There must be the iridescent moon's marrow! Oh, we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it!
Show no mercy! Sword!
A little remove swoosh. The pinnacle of excellence.
We're so close!
Strike a pose. Get to work. A dash of throw. Extinguished.
We finally did it!
The iridescent moon's marrow. Still burning away like an undying flame. If we can purify the abyssal power within,
Say less. It did not work.
so cold. Is it you? Are you here?
Huh? Are you talking to us?
Probably to Colombina.
Long last, I can see you once more. Our fates have crossed, and I am finally free. I'm sorry. I lied to you. Even knowing what was to come, I still couldn't let go of the fear in my heart. As death drew near, the moment the moon shattered, my body began to split apart piece by piece. Like I was being cut into pieces by 1,000 blunt blades. My thoughts scattered as the cold crept in. But I couldn't.
Wait, so being contaminated by the abyss was her choice to survive?
What was it that brought you to us all that time ago? If only I had possessed your courage, then I might have been spared this torment, more painful than death. You look so puzzled. That's how I felt too when I first saw you. But trust me when I say that everything happens for a reason. Farewell. Hypo.
Oh, the name, the true name of the Frost Moon and of Colombina.
What was that all about? Was that the goddess of the iridescent moon? It sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost friend. None of us have ever met her before.
Arudaf, isn't it obvious that Columbina was, or it's like the reincarnation of the Frost Moon? Didn't they establish that long time ago? Was I just reading behind the lines and I put one to one together without even realizing? I feel like it was so obvious.
Perhaps. She took me for the goddess of the Frost Moon she once knew.
Keep pretending. You are definitely some kind of reincarnation.
For a fading soul like hers, our auras must be too similar to tell apart.
But anyway, we've got the iridescent moon's marrow now. That should help you regain your strength, right? All right. Time to leave this place and...
So there is no Polindis.
This place looks different than when we came in.
Waning moon, oh lifeless damsel.
Oh, the moon is crashing.
Hurry! The place is collapsing!
Why is it specifically targeting us? It's like she throws with boulders to us.
Who's it? The abyss?
Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy.
She has that running animation in the story that she has when she becomes a playable character.
Give it back! The crimson moons! My marrow! My heart! Finally! Huh? Oh no! The exit's blocked! They're back! Now what do we do?
This is where you fall. Witness my wrath.
Arlecchino to the save!
What are you waiting for?
But isn't Arlecchino's power given by the Crimson Moon? So are you telling me she can use it against the Crimson Moon herself? And now that the moon is gone, she still had the powers? Like, I know Columbina is gonna give her the marrow, so Arlecchino is gonna keep her powers, but right now, there is no Crimson Moon in the sky, there is no moon marrow. She should have temporarily lost her abilities.
Is that you, Arlecchino? Wait, your hands! They're...
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little angry. No. I have paid the price, albeit a small one, and it cannot be undone. My hands have already fused with the Abyss. Purification would simply destroy whatever's left of them.
Oh, we're so sorry, Arlecchino.
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is I was simply holding up my end of the deal.
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care. From this day forth, may the two worlds' flames burn ever more brightly.
Now she's the #1 of the Harbingers.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, Columbina, give
I
me
wish
a hand.
they could have added
Accept
an
this
SP
moonlight
for
I offer in
Arlecchino,
return.
like a power-up version. But Genshin does not do SPs though. That's the thing. Only for the Traveler, but that's technically not an SP.
Feeling stronger?
Hey, Columbina, are you okay?
I'm fine. Our
I mean, it was
powers are
corrupted by the Abyss.
a little at odds, that's all.
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a stretch. Still, I think it's fair to say that your strength has returned. At least to the level it was at as third Harbinger.
Technically, I think Arlecchino is now stronger with that upgrade though. So isn't Arlecchino now the third Harbinger? And with Capitano dead, and who was the second Harbinger?
It's still not enough. There's no way I can hope to challenge
The
Riri
power
like
levels
this.
of Teyvat are all over the place. Oh, Dottore is the second.
Just one more ray of moonlight, if you would. It's okay. I can take it.
Powering up Columbina.
How about now? Fighting fit?
At the very least, I won't have to stay hidden like before. I want to see him gone from Nodcry. The ray here of Solnari and his wild hunt must be sent back where they belong.
Well, it's good to have something to aim for. You certainly seem more alive now than you did earlier. When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moonlight. More like a wisp of fog drifting in from who knows where, ready to scatter at the first sign of a breeze. But now, you're full of vitality. Just like the frost moon, once the brightest of them all. May you keep shining, Columbina. This is who you are.
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. I know you have plans of your own, and that's why you're always seeking to grow stronger. But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you. I do not wish to
There
see
is
you
a
go down
flag
the same
planted
path
here,
as
so we're
Riri.
gonna have to fight Arlecchino in
I
the future.
appreciate the concern, Columbina. Although perhaps it's time you took a new name.
A new name?
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina. They're nothing more than code names. They describe who she is and the roles she's played, but they're not her real name.
What was the name? Hippo
We
something?
often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. Up till now, you've been living a wandering life, so you've probably never really cared. All I'll say is this. Once you've defeated Rerir,
We're gonna
give it
hear
some
Columbina's true name.
all right, that's it from me. I'll get you back safely first, then go meet up with Sandrone.
You're the best!
I appreciate the gesture. It speaks to your good character. Anyway, let's get going. There are more urgent things to do right now than trade compliments.
It was a close call, but we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored Columbina's strength.
Oh, we are entering now the fort.
In other words, mission accomplished. Paimon wonders how everyone else is doing.
Can I still go back to that moon place? Nope, you can't. It's something else. Okay, so we are entering now Act 4 of the Song of the Welkin Moon, which we are gonna complete tomorrow. We are gonna continue the acts, and I also have to go to the new act in the story quest. That might take a bit though, even if I just skip everything, because there are like 3 chapters until I get to the Phaeton story quest. But yeah, I'm just gonna call it for now. Tomorrow probably is gonna be an early stream. Most likely we are gonna see how it goes. I can make some pulls for Nefer. You know what? Nicole is cool and all, but I can't really use her. So I would rather try and get Nefer. How many pulls did I do on her banner so far? 20, 25, 26. Actually, I'm not that far off. I think I have the... Come on, Nefer, come home. Nope, nope, nope. Maybe. Can we gather 50 pools in 7 days? We need to get lucky, I guess. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Good luck with your own pools, and bye for now.